Well, while Article 232 of the Constitution does state that elections may be delayed by a year in a situation where the emergency powers of the Constitution are invoked, but I believe to invoke Article 232 and to threaten the PTI of perhaps playing nice in these negotiations and perhaps threatening them with delaying elections if they don't play nice it's perhaps in bad faith. And I think any decision to invoke the emergency powers in the Constitution would be playing constitutional hardball. So I believe every institution in the Constitution has been given certain prerogatives. But the idea, constitutions only work if it is important that we don't, but we look at the spirit of the Constitution. And if political actors start using or invoking the emergency provisions in the Constitution to their own advantages and without exercising any restraint, then perhaps we would see a backsliding of our democratic dispensation. So to impose emergency, one of two things needs to happen. Firstly, there has to be an internal disturbance that cannot be controlled by the provincial government, in which case a resolution is required by the provincial assembly. The other eventuality is that of external aggression. So I don't see how, in this situation where two assemblies have been dissolved, I don't see how any provincial assembly would be able to approve this request. I don't see how any provincial assembly would be able to pass a resolution giving the president the powers to impose emergency. And number two, we don't see how the president may impose emergency unilaterally because that requires any external aggression. So as a result, not only are these threats inconsistent with the language of the Constitution, but these threats are also inconsistent with the spirit of the Constitution. So I believe while it is important and while it is a good omen that political parties are negotiating, but I believe making these threats before you engage in negotiations is not only inimical for our democratic dispensation, but I believe this is also an abashed use of certain institutions' constitutional prerogatives.